Hey guys, so I'm making a video here. I'm going to go through some thought process of the pitch. So I'm going to commentate on some things to be thinking about as you're going through this quick pitch with the customer. So if you ever watched that Call of Duty, basically commentary over play is where kind of the idea comes from. So here we go. I've already skipped to the actual pitch part. Right. A little weird for me to do this. Me. Even though I get okay, first thing, some commentary. You can, and this seems really small, but you can notice there's a little bit of a bow there. Why do I do that? Naturally, so much is psychology. You'll throughout the pitch, you'll notice it's so. This is less than 3 minutes. You'll notice the psychology behind the pitch where I do it because I want the customer to feel like, and this sounds weird, they're better than me. I'm harmful, which what it does is it builds trust. So you'll see a lot of, and you'll see throughout the pitch, like that, or I'm sorry. I do that very intentionally because I come off more like they can agree with me and then they can trust me, which is my goal because I'm some guy at the door and I need to build trust really, really quick. So just my smiling goes a long way, ear to ear, but also apologizing and bowing. Okay. Okay, so kind of like two things there that come to mind. So, and it's the first part of the pitch. You guys can see it on that whiteboard. Flying construction. So when I do the flyer, I'll kind of like draw it out. I just want them to kind of envision as if there was a flyer that they got. I mean, AT&T does send flyers all the time, but as if they got a flyer on the door or something. Then the moment they say no, because they always say no, then I'm going to say, I'm sorry about that. Did you happen to see any of the construction in the area the past 2 weeks? So I'll point all over, right? What am I doing? I'm getting them to think, like, was there construction? Did they see construction? Back to the marketing stuff, right? I'm putting stuff in their heads of why should they get this? Construction just happened throughout the whole area, and I'm pointing have them envision it into their mind. And man, there was something else that I was gonna say there. No, let's keep going. Okay. This made me think of it. Remember, sometimes the customer, after I said, "You get the flyer," they might immediately ask, what are you doing? What is this? Or what are you talking about?" And then people get they almost get scared or unsure. So then they move into, "Oh, my name's Rafael. I'm with AT&T. Neighbors were and then they go off a script. Just know, when someone responds that to me, there's just react. It's called the reactionary defense response in RDR, where they're just responding to me, kind of like when you walk into the mall, you walk into a shopping center, and somebody asks, "Can I help you with anything?" You need help, and your natural response is, "No, I'm good." At least mine is. Okay, I say, "No, I'm good," and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Gosh, dang, I need help. I need help finding something." There's just there's just RDRing you at the door. What is this, right? I don't need to respond to that question. I just need to keep going with my script, which would be, they ask me, "What are you doing? What is this?" And I'm going to respond with, "Did you happen to see the construction in the area the past 2 weeks?" I'm not going to respond with anything else. And then, very important that, again, I'm painting a story. I'm going to go through the fact that we just installed fiber in the area because they need to have a reason of why they're going to purchase this. Because it's new and it's in the area, that's part of it. So we just finished installing the fiber. Important that we mention that. Okay, so this is the Jones effect. Now, I've seen people get lazy with the pitch. They'll either, then they do this, they'll either skip the construction, they'll skip that it was just installed, or they'll skip the neighbors complaining part, or they'll skip saying spectrum, or they'll skip saying the billing has gone up, or the speed has been slowing down. Look, my recommendation, until you're a sales pro, where you're doing 8+ internets a week, don't worry, just do it verbatim. Don't worry about, well, I feel like this would work. No. If you're not getting 8+ internet sales a week, don't trust your feelings because you're not a professional yet. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm saying that from 8 years of experience. I do this verbatim, the way that you're hearing it right here with a customer. So it's like that would be like someone saying to me, is really what I hear, like, Raf, I know you got 8 years of experience, but my 1 week of experience, my 2 weeks of experience, I think I have something better. And all I'm saying, because I'm open to ideas, hey, get 8 sales with this consistently a week, maybe 2 weeks in a row, and then you want to change it up. Awesome. I'm all open to that. But because I want you to succeed, I see people very quickly they start to tweak up this beginning portion. Now, just say it the exact same. Don't worry about it. Once you get some results, you know what it's like to sell, you know how to interact with the customer, you know how to market a little bit more. Boom. Okay, you can make some tweaks. But that's because you already have results. So your tweaks, they're only going to improve. But if you're not getting results, it's hard to coach on tweaks that we're not doing. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Okay, and then you always want to mention the neighbors. I see people where they might mention one neighbor or they just don't mention any neighbors. I'll just mention, if it's a Hispanic area, I'll name 3 Hispanic names, and if it's a not so much Hispanic area, I'll name 3 non-Hispanic names. But I'll always at least use 3, and then I always do. If you kind of saw it there, let's go. Okay, okay, that was intentional. I don't know if you know your neighbors, Carlos, and I look up, like my eyes literally roll up, David, and I look back as if I'm gonna, I'm trying to look at it's a psychology thing, as if I'm looking back at, where's that is house over there, Zach, right? So what I'm doing, the psychological in the psyche in their mind is, wow, they're believing, they're trusting, I just helped out neighbor. And again, it's the whole marketing thing, right? McDonald's painting that beautiful burger in your head where you just want it. The Coca-Cola, it looks so dripping, you just want to grab a Coke right then and there. The movie looks like it's going to be the best thriller in the freaking world that you want to go watch it right now, or you can't wait till 12 o'clock at night to watch when the movie just launches to go watch the movie. I'm doing the same thing, but I got to do it quick. So it's really small little things to get that rolling. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Okay. So make sure you do that thinking, the eyes and the looking away, and you use 3 names. People get lazy with it. Okay. So here the phraseology, and sorry, I got a little distracted. I shouldn't have done that, but the phraseology of, I'm just here to see if it's available for you. This is the one time that I'm just kind of trying to get into my close. I'm not in my close yet, but I'm about to get into my close. So I want them to give me the zip code and give me the address, because once I've got them in, I'm way likelier to close the deal. So I need to get a yes, which is why I'm saying, hey, it's just not available at every address. And I put my hands up. I'll get to that in a second. It's not available at every address. I'm just here to see if it's available for you. What's your zip code? Okay, awesome. Now, why am I putting my hands up? I go back to the trusting thing. I'm coming off disarming. Like, hey, they just installed it. We're just giving a couple months free, give it a gift card. I'm just here to see if it's available for you, because it's not at every address. That wording, it's building trust. And guess what? They are not committing to anything in their mind. I know it's a sales process, right? When you go to a car dealership and you buy a car, and the person gets you in the car, like, hey, I'm just here to look at cars. Yeah, yeah. The car dealership doesn't say, get out of here. I don't want to waste my time with someone who's just looking at cars. They say, sure, let's go look at the cars. And then they put you in the seat. Hey, don't you like hey, come in, get inside. Go ahead. Take it out for a drive. Feel the seat. Let's smell it. Let it feel nice. Man, roll down the windows. Aren't you gonna be so excited when you're driving something like this? And then they want to close you to buy right on the spot, and people buy the car right on the spot. That's why there's some car salesmen, they know how to close 30, 40, 50 cars in a month plus. And then there's people that can't close more than one a week. Why? Because the person can get you in there and makes you feel, although you said, I'm just here to look at the cars, right? He knows, the car salesman knows, if he gets you in the car, the likelihood of you buying the car goes up tremendously. If he doesn't get you in the car, likelihood is not as far. When I got my Lamborghini, when the guy got me in the car, bro, it was game over. I'm telling you, I'm like, where's the paperwork? Sign me the paperwork, bro. I'm ready to go. I know I was just shopping, but I'm buying now because he got me. I was just so sold once I got in the car. Same deal here. What's the idea of getting in the car? Getting the zip code. So that's why I'm like, hey, I'm just here to see if it's available. I know I'm just saying that, and I'm letting them think they're not committing to anything yet, but I'm going to get them with a cheaper bill and a faster internet. So, okay. And then just make sure, I see sometimes people, they throw out the gift card amount. Hey, the reason I say 2 months free and a gift card is because it's a $150 gift card, which means technically that gift card they can use to pay 2 months of their billing and then get a $50 gift card. If you say 2 months free plus a $150 gift card, that implies that they're getting 2 months free plus a $150 gift card, which is not the case. You got to say couple months and a gift card, right? So that on the wrap up, I can wrap up and explain it's $150. You can use that to pay first 2 months bills, and then you still have some money left over on the gift card. Okay, so just make sure, again, psychology, it sounds better to say couple months free plus gift card versus just gift card. So the psychology is, I need to throw out a big claim. I need their attention. I need them to want to listen. I need them to want to know more and potentially want to buy this. So that's why I say 2 months free plus and the gift card. Okay, it's way more enticing for them to want to continue to listen to me. They're not going to listen to getting a cheaper bill on their internet or getting faster internet because no one cares that much. It's 2024. All internet speeds are okay. So I need to grasp their attention with something else. So very, very important there. I see people get really screw up. Now, this next part, I'm going to go through it there. You'll get customers that say, no, but I'm good with my internet. Look, you're in control. You're the sales professional. My response, whenever they rebuttal me there, it's another RDR. I'm just going to simply say, no worries. Let's just see if we can get you some free internet and a gift card. Your zip code is 75063, right? Whatever zip code I'm in, I now assume the zip code. And then, what was it? They might rebuttal you again, like, but no, really, man, my wife takes care of the internet. Like, no worries. Let's just see if we can get her. Let's just see what we can get her so you can give her the information. My goal is just to put them on the tablet. I'm not trying to close them. I'm not trying to rebuttal, blah, 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 blah. I need to get them on there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I see a lot of people get trying to rebuttal too much there. It's an RDR. I just almost kind of ignore it and progress with my sale. Okay, two things there. So one, I get the full address, and then while it's loading, I'm using my time. It takes a second to load to check if there's availability. A little annoying, but it is what it is. So I got to make sure there's not too much dead space. So here, once it starts loading, that's when I'll say, and you got Spectrum, right? I want to say yes, and then I'll ask the question. People get confused. If you read the script, the verbiage, the way it says, and how much are you paying, comma, $70, $80, question mark. It's not how much you're paying, question mark. It's how much you're paying, comma, 70, 80 bucks, question mark. It's one sentence. I emphasize that because if you say, how much are you paying? And then I let them respond, they're going to lie to me. They're going to tell me some random price that isn't accurate. Majority of people are paying 70, 80 bucks. So I need them to say yes to that. And guess what? When you're paying someone $80, more often than not, I'm gonna get the customer that says, yeah, thanks for paying. They don't want to sound like they're wrong. They got an ego. They don't want to sound like they don't know what they're talking about. Nobody wants to say they're an idiot. And they're not an idiot. Nobody wants to sound ignorant, meaning that they're not on top of their stuff. Okay. And then you'll also get people that say, my wife takes care of it, my husband takes care of it, my significant other takes care of it, or I don't handle it, or I just don't know. That's when I respond with what I'm saying here. And my recommendation is an Atmo. Do you always practice this way? Because it makes you better. Meaning that you always practice with this specific scenario I'm about to say, or the one I just said, where the customer tells you, I don't know, my wife takes care of it, my husband takes care of it, because then you have to respond with, no worries, this is the rest of the neighbors were complaining about. That's why we're out here. So it's the Jones effect, where now they realize, like, well, I don't know what my internet price is, but if everyone else is paying $70, I'm probably paying the exact same thing as well. So that's, again, psychology behind what the words I'm saying. Boom. Because I was checking to see if it's available, I need to congratulate them once it shows that it's available. Okay, I know this address I put in, obviously it shows it's not available, but we're right when we're checking it's available. Just so we don't get too far into it. But right here, one, make sure you always have the visual. I see people try to do this without the visual. Customers believe what they see. So I just want to show them the visual so that they're more likely to believe what it is I'm saying. Because that I mean, believe it's true. They're just not. They just customers just believe, right? We're at their door. They're more likely to believe when they see it. Okay, so that's why I show it. That's why the visual's there. And then my tonality is very chill, calming. You can trust me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm giving you the info. And although I say that I'm not trying to sell anything, I'm progressing them through my sales process. And when a lot of people will say, you'll get people when you ask them, I'm sure you notice your internet slows down around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. People will say yes, but then there's people that, because that is what happens. If you do a speed test, it goes down. Not that I ever do a speed test, because customers don't care that much. But if the customer says, I don't look at internet like that, or I don't use it that much, man, then that's fine. I'm just gonna say, I'm just creating a pain that other people have, and then I need to say, no worries, man. That's what the rest of your neighbors are complaining about. Okay, that's why we're out here. That I've said that twice. I said that 3 times now. The fact that the neighbors were complaining, we're out here 3 times. You can see it there at the beginning of the pitch when I first talked to them at the door, right after the construction, when I'm asking about their price, and they say, I don't know what my price is. And then I'm also saying it right here when the pain about their speed. So 3 different times I've said it. I'm creating a negative in their mind, okay, or a pain point in their mind, which is why they have to get what we're giving them. So I would just make sure when you're with the customer, you're using your hands, your hand, and it's a visual thing. So basically, you're going to get faster internet. You're gonna have your own line, so it's not shared with anybody else. We're cutting the bill basically in half, and then you're gonna get a $150 gift card. So I'm saying positive stuff of what they're receiving, which is why they want to get it. But then I'm also using my fingers to count up so they can visually see it's 4 positives that they're getting, which are great positives. If there's anything else. Cool. I think that's it. Hope that helps. Love you guys.